Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the office of the rulers and the parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of this important trust in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, in so just and faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
Good morning, honour members. I see there's a lot of energy today. Honour members, once again, good morning and welcome to today's deliberations. I have one announcement to make to the House. The announcement is about the visiting delegation from Parliament of Gambia. As it was announced in the chamber yesterday that we have the honor of hosting a distinguished delegation of the Assembly Business Committee, ABC, from the National Assembly of the Republic of Gambia. I wish to inform the House that the delegation is in the chamber right now. The delegation, led by Right Honorable Fabakary Jatta, Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Gambia, is composed of members of the Assembly Business Committee of the Parliament of the Gambia, the Clerk of Parliament, table clerks, and other accompanying officials. I will now invite the delegation to rise when I mention your name. Honorable Right Honorable Fabakary Tobong Jatta, Speaker and Chairperson of Gambia. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. We have Honorable Swaibu Toure. Thank you. Honorable Suleiman Saho. Honorable Suleiman Jame. Honorable Keba Jalo. Honorable Saini Jawara. Honorable Amami Giba. The members are also accompanied by the Clerk of Parliament and staff as follows. Mr. Khalifa Mbia, Clerk of the National Assembly of Gambia. Mr. Saini Conti, Director of Table Office. Mr. Gibairu Jani, Director of Communications. Mr. Modu Baji, Personal Assistant to the Speaker. Mrs. Mamboy Singate, Table Clerk. Ms. Fatu Sanyang, Table Clerk. Ms. Sainabu Sisa, Table Clerk. Ms. Ramatuli Zhao, Communications Officer. Thank you very much. Honourable members, thank you so much, our guests. The message coming from there is that one in your delegation should remain in Malawi. Mr. Speaker, I don't know which one. That you'll decide. But you can also leave for the Speaker something. Honourable members, as I conclude, let me say to all Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak. May this holy month bring peace, blessings, and an abundance of joy to you and all your families. To our Catholic colleagues, I wish you a blessed and meaningful Lent season. Honourable members, this marks the end of my announcement. I now have the honor to invite
General Business, addressed by foreign dignitary, the Right Honorable Fabakary Tobong Jatta, Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Gambia, to address the Assembly.
Honourable members, I now have the honor to invite Right Honorable Fabakary Tobong Jatta, Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Gambia, to address the Assembly. Right Honorable Speaker.
Good morning, honorable members. Let me repeat, good morning to you all, honorable members. The Right Honorable Speaker of the Parliament of Malawi, honorable Deputy Speakers, the leader of the House and the leader of the opposition, cabinet ministers and deputy ministers here in present, honorable members of the Parliament of Malawi, the clerk of Parliament and distinguished parliamentary staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, allow me to begin by expressing my profound gratitude for the exceptionally warm reception accorded to me and my delegation since our arrival in Lilongwe. Malawi is rightly known as the warm heart of Africa. And indeed, we have felt that warmth, not only in your hospitality, but in the deep spirit of African fraternity that flows through the great Parliament. This welcome is not simply a national gesture. It is an African embrace. It is the handshake of one people to another, reminding us that before we were separated by colonial borders, we were united by history, culture, and fraternity. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I stand before you today with humility and a deep sense of history. I'm informed that this marks the first occasion on which a Speaker of the National Assembly of the Gambia has been invited to address the Parliament of Malawi. This is more than a ceremony. This is more than protocol. This is a milestone in African parliamentary diplomacy. It is a powerful reminder that the distance between the smiling coast of Africa and the warm heart of Africa is not measured in kilometers, but in the strength of our shared democratic values and our collective African aspirations. Today, we reaffirm that Africa's parliaments must speak not as isolated institutions, but as pillars of a continental democratic renaissance. Right Honorable Speaker, I am honored to be accompanied by members of the Assembly Business Committee of the National Assembly of the Gambia. We are here on a mission of learning and benchmarking. The Assembly Business Committee is, in many ways, the heartbeat of parliamentary effectiveness. It determines how legislative priorities are set, how oversight is organized, and how the people's business is given voice and structure. We have come to Malawi because we admire the parliamentary reforms you have undertaken. We respect the efficiency with which you manage legislative business, the strength of your committee system, and the maturity of your institutional processes. We are here because Africa must learn from Africa. If the 21st century is to belong to Africa, then Africa's institutions must rise together. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, though our nations are located in different sub-regions, we are bound together by a common thread, a shared history of struggle, a shared commitment to democracy, and a shared responsibility to deliver development to our people. We are both proud members of the Commonwealth, but more importantly, we are proud members of the African family. The Gambia, like Malawi, is on a journey of democratic consolidation. And we have learned that democracy is not a destination, it is a discipline. Democracy is not sustained by elections alone, but by the strong institutions, accountable leadership, and parliaments that truly represent the will of the people. Parliament must remain the sanctuary of the people's voice, the guardian of the Constitution, and the conscience of the nation. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, our citizens do not judge parliaments by the elegance of our chambers, but by the impact of our decisions. They want laws that improve lives. They want oversight that protects public resources. They want representation that reaches the farthest village. The farmer in the central region of Malawi and the fisherman on the Atlantic coast of the Gambia are asking the same question. Will democracy deliver dignity? Our duty as African legislators is to ensure that it does. A parliament that is well organized is not merely efficient, it is transformative. For when parliament is strong, democracy is safe. And when democracy is safe, development becomes possible. And when development becomes possible, Africa rises. Right Honorable Speaker, it is my firm conviction that this visit must not be a one-off event. Let it be the spark that ignites a strong, long-term partnership between our two legislators, one that is structured, intentional, and enduring. We envisage the establishment of a parliamentary friendship group between the Gambia and Malawi to foster regular dialogue and cooperation, staff exchange programs between our clerks' offices to share best practices in procedural services, committee support, Hansard reporting, legislative drafting, and parliamentary digitalization, and joint collaboration in international parliamentary fora, including the IPU, CPA, and the Pan-African legislative platforms, where Africa must speak with one voice on issues of global justice, climate resilience, peace, and development. Honorable members, Africa's solutions must come from Africa. As I look around this great chamber, I do not only see Malawian lawmakers, I see Africa's promise. Let our engagement remind us that Africa's solutions lie within Africa. We must strengthen our parliaments not only for our nations, but for our continent. For the Africa we want will not be built in foreign capitals. It will be built in African chambers like this one, through African laws, African oversight, African unity, and African determination. The future must not happen to Africa. Africa must shape the future. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, on behalf of the National Assembly and the people of the Gambia, I thank you sincerely for this historic honor. We are inspired by the professionalism, warmth, and parliamentary maturity we have witnessed in Malawi. I look forward to welcoming a Malawian delegation to Banjul in the near future, so that we may continue this journey of legislative solidarity and African partnership. May the Republic of Malawi continue to prosper. May the Republic of the Gambia continue to thrive. And may Africa continue its irreversible march towards unity, democracy, and prosperity. Allah baraka, assalamu alaikum, jerejef, zikomo kuambiri. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the entire Parliament of Malawi, and indeed on my own behalf, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to you, the Speaker of the National Assembly of the Gambia, Right Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta, and the distinguished members of your entire delegation for honoring us with your presence and for the address you have delivered this morning in the Parliament of Malawi. Right Honorable Speaker, your address has enriched our understanding of the work and priorities of your Parliament, and they reaffirm the shared aspirations that bind our two sister parliaments' commitment to democracy, service to the people, and continuous strengthening of parliamentary governance. Honourable members, during the courtesy call that I had with the Assembly Business Committee of the National Assembly of Gambia on Monday, I expressed my deep appreciation for this visit and underscored Malawi's willingness to deepen cooperation between our two parliaments. I reaffirmed that our doors remain open for continued engagement of best practices. I also reiterated the Malawi Parliament of Malawi's commitment to, one, enhancing institutional collaboration between our business committees, two, supporting peer learning for members and Secretariat, three, sharing Malawi's experience on parliamentary procedure and practices, and also fostering a long-term relationship that promotes capacity building and mutual growth for both our parliaments. Above all, I extended my invitation to the Right Honourable Speaker of Gambia to address this Assembly as an honor to our august House. I am very glad today to note that you, the Speaker of the Gambia, has accepted this cordial invitation. Let us all rise to give the Speaker and his entire delegation a round of applause in honoring their kind gesture of visiting and addressing our Assembly. Thank you. Thank you. Right Honourable Speaker, we are therefore delighted that your delegation has demonstrated such keen interest in understanding how our Parliament and indeed our Business Committee functions, how we prioritize legislative business, how our committees are structured and operate, and how we foster consensus in a diverse multi-party environment. Equally, we have benefited from the experiences and innovative practices you have shared with us, and we look forward to applying these lessons to strengthen our parliamentary work. Right Honourable Speaker, your visit is more than a study tour. It is a reaffirmation of solidarity between our two nations and our two parliaments. It is my sincere hope that today's engagement will sow seeds for even stronger, deeper, and meaningful cooperation in the years to come. At this juncture, allow me therefore to once again extend our sincere appreciation to you, Right Honourable Fabakary Tombong Jatta, and your entire delegation for taking the time to engage with us so meaningfully. We trust that you have benefited from the various interactions held throughout the week, and we equally hope that your stay in Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, has been enjoyable and enriching. We wish you a wonderful stay in Malawi, and after your tour, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey back to your lovely country, the Gambia. May I therefore allow you, Right Honourable Speaker Tombong Jatta, and your entire delegation to take leave of the Assembly. Thank you very much. Good morning, honourable members. Which honourable member would like to visit Gambia? Please raise your hand. I'm taking names. I see only Honourable Baba. I see you're interested to go to Gambia. I'll get the visa processed for you.
General business, announcement by the chair.
Thank you. Honourable members, I wish to inform the House that the Business Committee met yesterday in the afternoon during a health break. The main agenda of the meeting was for the Business Committee to consider Private Members' Bill number 2 of 2025, Constitutional Amendment, which the President withheld assent. I wish to inform the House that the Business Committee considered the reasons given by the President for withholding his assent on the bill, and also the request made by the mover of the bill, Honourable Member from Zimba South, to reintroduce the bill for the House to debate it again. After deliberations on the matter, the Business Committee agreed that the bill should not be reintroduced in the House. The Business Committee resolved that the government side, through the Leader of the House, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, and the Honourable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization should engage honourable members to clarify on CDF guidelines which are being developed to address issues raised by the honourable members. In this regard, may I ask the members of the Business Committee to confirm on what I have just communicated to the House, starting with the Leader of the House.
Right Honourable Speaker, I stand to confirm that indeed what you have announced is what transpired in the Business Committee yesterday. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Leader of the House. Leader of Opposition, Opposition Whip.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Allow me to confirm that indeed the Business Committee met and the matter as announced was indeed brought for discussion, and government position was made known clearly, and discussion was cordial. Strong suggestions were made for the pending of the item, and it is in the midst of that discussion that the Right Honourable Speaker had to be called upon to perform the rightful functions of closing the meeting. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Opposition Whip. Honourable members, this marks the end of my announcement. Lilongwe Nyanja, are you standing on point of order?
Your Honor, Your Honor, the Speaker, I respect the ruling that you have done, and I would like the ruling that you've, the communication that you've made. Your Honor, the Speaker, I would like to draw your attention to functions of the Business Committee. which is Understanding Order 156, because you highlighted that the Business Committee had a meeting yesterday. And the Understanding Order 156, I'd like to draw your attention to subsection 3. Allow me to read your honor, the Speaker. The Assembly may, on a motion by the Leader of the House, in respect of government business, or any member in respect of private member's business, make alterations to the order paper. Your Honor, the Right Honorable Speaker, I happen to be a member representing the people of Lilongwe Southeast. And today, I'm standing not as a leader of the House, because it's there, but I'm standing as a member. And in reference to Standing Order 156, subsection 3, I would like to propose and to move a motion that we can do the alteration in relation to the Standing Order, that today, being a private members' day, the order paper face an alteration to allow Zimba South to proceed to present a motion. And in all subsequent engagements, to allow secret voting to proceed. I submit, Your Honor, the Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Lilongwe Nyanja, for that. But I want to draw your attention to what you said. You said we need to do an alteration to the order paper in order to reflect something. Now, the business you are talking about is not on the order paper. You don't do an alteration when there's nothing on it. We don't have that business on the order paper, and I don't know what you want us to do on an alteration on what. I have not recognized you, Dezakasina. I have not recognized you, Dezakasina. Please take your seat.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, the Speaker. Today being private members, I would like to move a motion to waive all relevant standing orders in order to have a supplementary order paper, which will carry the interest being presented by Zimba South. I beg to move, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Lilongwe Nyanja. Honorable Lilongwe Nyanja, before we go into that motion, I wanted to know what business it is that Mzimba South is bringing for honorable members, because it will be a vote. Yes, Honorable Mzimba South.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, good morning.
Good morning.
The
good
business that Lungunyamja I read it about is the one that I wrote you on 10th of February. And on Monday, I reminded you, and today you have given your position on the matter. And this is the introduction of private members' business, number 2 of 2025, constitutional amendment. I beg to move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Leza South, Mzimba South, sorry. The business you are bringing is the same business that the business committee did not allow to come in the House. So there is a contradiction. Yes, I'm giving you the floor. You want to explain?
Mr. Speaker, can I take you to Standing Order 210, stanza number 1. Before we go there, let's go to Standing Order 81, verse 4. Subsection 4. We are used to the change. Mr. Speaker, Standing Order 81, verse, stanza number 4 talks about a motion without notice. It says the following motions may be moved without notice. And if you go to 4, it's a motion for the suspension of rules moved with permission of the Speaker. And then if you go to 210, which has been done by Lilongwe Nyanja, come to 210, 210-1. 210-1 says that the suspension and variation of rules, subject to sub-rule 2, the Assembly may, on a motion by any member, suspend any rules of these, any of these rules, or any such part of the law as is specified in the motion, but only for the purpose of such sitting of the Assembly and Committee of subsection. Now, let me finish up with the 156B. Okay, so 166B, Mr. Speaker, it talks about, first it talks about the function of the business committee. B says that it examines business items received from members before they are placed on the order paper by the clerk. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, based on the motion that Lungunyanja has highlighted, which has violated all the relevant standing orders, in this case, he has introduced a topic which, a topic which Mzimba South already notified your office, and it is on the table, it is on records, so that we introduce the supplemental order paper, and then we finish up this business, because the business committee has been overridden, can be overridden by the decision of the whole House. I beg to move. Thank you.
Leader of the House.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir. At times, one would wonder the levels of honesty or dishonesty members can at times have. I'm saying this because yesterday we met in a business committee and we made undertakings. I came here on the floor on the same understanding, asked the Minister of Local Government to make a commitment in regards to the guidelines as guided by the President of this Republic. That was done. And we agreed that we'll wait for the guidelines that are actually under, that are being developed. No amount of noise, no amount of noise will move government on this matter. Motion or no motion, government remains very steadfast that will not be cowed into taking decisions that are irrational. We've made our position clear that whatever members want will be contained in the guidelines that are being developed. So whether you read all the standing orders from one up to the last one, it will not help matters. The fact remains, we will not be moved. Mr. Speaker, sir, I so guide.
Yes, Lilongwe Kasina, what has gone out of order? I mean, there's a Kasina.
Good morning, Your Honor. I wanted to draw you to a constitution of Malawi, and I will take you to section 58, subsection 2 of our constitution, where it says, notwithstanding section 1, Parliament shall not have the power to delegate any legislative powers which would substantially and significantly affect fundamental rights and freedoms recognized by this Constitution. Now, what I want to say is the guidelines which the leader of the House want to tell this House to rely upon, they are not legislative powers. We are the ones which have the powers to legislate. That's why we want to put in the Constitution the private members' bill. The guidelines doesn't supersede the legislative powers of this House. So I would want us as a House, we continue to perform our duties of making the laws, not the guidelines. I submit.
Thank you, Dr. Kasina. Honourable members, yes, Lilongwe Nkhotakota Central.
Mr. Speaker, point of noting, my mic is not working for the second time now. Maybe this House should consider replacing it because I represent a constituency. That expects a lot from me. Mr. Speaker, sir, on further to what Dr. Kasina has submitted before you, I'd like to draw your attention and the attention of the whole House to section 56, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi, wherein there is containment of procedural issues regarding conduct of business in the National Assembly. But in particular, this provision states that, and I quote, no, it should be subsection 2. save as otherwise provided in this Constitution, the National Assembly may act, subsection 1, section 56. Subject to this Constitution, the National Assembly may, by standing order or otherwise, with emphasis otherwise, regulate its own procedure. I want you to take a minute and reflect on that provision. You cannot be here to rape the Constitution. And we cannot give you the tools to do that, Mr. Speaker, sir. Honorable Leader of Government has said, government cannot do this. Who is government? If we are not part of government, who is government? Honorable Leader, who is government? I don't want to teach you the basics of democracy, that government has 3 branches. And we are an equally important branch. You cannot refer to 6 people sitting in a corner somewhere as government. That must stop. That disrespect of this house must stop. That disrespect of the Constitution must stop. Where is representation if we don't feature in the picture of government? What are we doing here if we're not government? By this provision of the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, sir, section 56, subsection 2, we have all the latitude, all the overriding powers, and all the mandate to regulate our own procedure. You cannot, by standing order, a mere standing order, turn democracy into a dictatorship by the minority. That can't happen, and that will never happen in our time, Mr. Speaker, sir. Whatever the Business Committee has agreed upon can be and will be overridden by this House, because the law is there to give us that mandate. So the Speaker, neither the Speaker nor the Leader of Government Business can continue referring to Business Committee resolutions when there is this provision. That is an abomination under our constitutional setup. I support the motion that the business paper be varied, or any additional order paper be brought, supplementary order paper be brought, so that the Honorable Nzimba South is allowed to retable his bill. It must be up to this House to deny or accept that bill. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir. This is the only congregation, as we sit here, that represents everyone in this country. The Business Committee, wherever they sit, they don't represent everyone in this country. They represent the interests of the few that they know. If this House is denied the opportunity to regulate its own procedure, then I wonder and I seek answers from you, what is democracy to us? Thank you.
Honorable Nkota, you started very well, and your last sentence seemed to undermine the Business Committee. The Business Committee does not represent the voice of only a few. It represents the business of the House. And with due respect, I would like you to withdraw the last statement.
Mr. Speaker, for the purposes of progress, although I don't agree, I withdraw. But I stick to my substantive submission that this House has overriding powers to regulate its own procedure, including to override what the Business Committee has agreed. And that must be beyond dispute, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. I have taken your point. Honourable members, we have a motion. The motion is to vary the order paper to allow a supplementary order paper to be brought in the House. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
General business, questions on notice to ministers for oral replies.
Honourable members, we have question number SO 64-1. Table clerk. Honourable members, it's question number 63 in today's standing order, coming from Kasungu Southeast, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Kasungu Southeast.
Thank you, Right Honourable Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like to confirm that question number 63, appearing on the order paper, is from the people of Kasungu Southeast constituency. I confirm.
Thank you. Minister of Education, Science and Technology.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. And through you, I would like to thank the honourable member for Kasungu Southeast for his question. The honourable member is asking the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology to consider two things. One, constructing additional classrooms at Mifulu Full Primary School, which, according to the record, has only 2 classrooms. And secondly, constructing additional classroom blocks at Kidimba Full Primary School, which has only 4 classrooms. In view of the guidance that Right Honourable Speaker gave on the floor regarding such questions, I would like to tackle his question from a policy perspective. The Ministry of Education, Science and Technology would like to ensure that there is quality education throughout the country. And quite a number of things that are needed to be considered for quality education to be delivered. And that includes teachers, teaching and learning materials, but relevant for this question, the infrastructure that must be available for the students to learn from. I have said since I became Minister of Education, Science and Technology that it is the policy of government that no children should learn under a mango tree or any tree or in a glass-thatched facility. I have therefore invited all members of Parliament who have such structures to report to the ministry so that we address the issues immediately. Now, responding to your specific two schools, I would like to invite you, Honourable Member, to bring this matter to the Council and include these two schools for improvement using the CDF. My ministry will provide to all members of Parliament the designs that are acceptable for classroom blocks at primary school level. We will also provide designs for classroom blocks at secondary school level. And for the proper utilization of the CDF money, we would also give some kind of indication of how much each classroom block will cost, including the cost and design of teachers' houses. We will follow up on these two schools. We will be committed to ensuring that we have added classroom blocks at Mifulu Primary School as well as Chidimba Full Primary School to ensure that the numbers of students that are enrolled at these two schools are appropriately accommodated. So where I'm advising the Honourable Member to ensure that this matter is presented to his council, be assured that you will receive my support to ensure that through the Director of Education, Youth and Sports, your request is fully addressed within the coming budget. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Minister of Education, Science and Technology. This will also mark the end of question time. Honourable members, it's now 10:46. I suspend the House for health break. We'll be back at 11:14. House suspended.
What's your name? Gary, huh? It's my game.
We put everything into this. those that can do it and succeed.
How to fix it.
This city has been just a cookbook. It's part of
being hit here
with the latest global news and insightful documentary.
Transition.
Understanding the
But if you ask them know me. I know they blow